Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Sorry I had to change the time, but I had to wait till, everything was settled down in here. I was going to do the stream on the porch, but it was pouring the rain. So I just waited until Mark left and the dogs was settled down. Okay, good morning, Sunnyside, Melanie, Christina, Cheryl Lynn, Lisa Irwin, Aria. Um, is that everybody? Debbie. Good morning. Happy Friday Eve, ladies. I've never heard it called that. Friday's Eve. Never. That's cool. So, how are y'all doing? Oh my gosh, guys. I've had a hell of a morning. I got up like about almost 6 o'clock. And I've been doing stuff for animals ever since. Done some research on Smokey's medication. And guess what? He's got every side effect there is. I knew something was wrong with Smokey's back legs, the way he was acting. It can mess with the hind legs, the seizure medicine. Hey, April, Charlie Girl says, Mindy Hall, it's a crying shame. Good morning, ladies. So, he has toxic levels in him. Here's the thing. They're supposed to do blood work on him. Most vets write I forget what the term was, like a bigger dose when dogs first start taking potassium bromide, because it takes like up to 4 months to get into the system. So what they've done, this is my opinion, is they wrote him a big dosage, not done any blood work, and it's too much for him. He had every symptom, guys, walking back and forth through the house aimlessly, sleeping, disoriented, drinking and eating a lot, peeing a lot. It messes with the hind legs. It's crazy. We're going to have to switch vets or something. Like Mark said, it's not that clean there. If you go in the rooms, they got some little cool rooms decorated up, but there's cobwebs and stuff around. Anyways, I've been so stressed out over these dogs. Anyways, we're going to talk about some true crime. I found some interesting articles about that Teresa Balboa in the Samuel Olson case. So it looks like Tim Miller from Texas EquiSearch actually talked to her. I'll read y'all the article of what he said to her, but he told her that he was disappointed in her. Hold on a minute. Let me pause this video before it plays. I hate when it does that. Let me get it. What in the world is going on here? Okay. He says, every word you're saying is a lie. Texas EquiSearch founder says he confronted Teresa Balboa. Also, we're going to be, this morning, we're going to be watching some Bodycam footage. Some kids had a shootout with police in Florida. Can you believe it? They escaped from a group home, broke in someone's house, and this person had guns and ammunition. And they had a shootout with police. And they've released the body cam footage. Let me look at my chat before I get started reading and stuff. Samuel Olson is getting more and more heartbreaking. I know it. You know what? I've tried not to be too judgmental. Well, I told myself I wasn't going to be. But I just don't understand why she was taking care of little Sam for. The girlfriend, Teresa Balboa. Why was she taking care of him? That's not her responsibility. That's not her child. I don't understand it. She should have never had that kid taking care of him to begin with. And that's just my opinion. Doctors do the same. My dad's doctor had him on so many meds that shut his kidneys down, and they had to change a bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh, it's a crying shame. Prayers, that's awful. It's hard not to judge, April. Exactly. Thank you. Let me share this here so y'all can see what I'm reading. Tim Miller, I was just thinking, I like to donate some money to the Texas EquiSearch because they're always involved in most of these cases that we talked about, especially when kids are involved. Okay. Every word you're saying is a lie, Texas EquiSearch founder says he confronted Teresa Balboa. Maybe we should watch the video and hear what he has to say here. I didn't watch the video this morning, I read it.
Going through all the pain and grief and
Hold on,
everything he was
start over.
going through.
Broken beyond repair. That's how Samuel Olson's maternal grandmother describes her feelings today as both sides of the boy's family react to new developments in this case. Jason Miles is live from where suspect Teresa Balboa was last known to live with more on this. Jason.
Yeah, this is that apartment complex you just mentioned near Webster. We're kind of in southeast Houston. I'm told this is where Teresa Balboa kept little Samuel, her current boyfriend's child, with her ex-boyfriend. It's all kind of complicated, but Texas EquiSearch founder Tim Miller says he was always skeptical of Balboa's story. Texas EquiSearch helped look for 6-year-old Samuel Olson, despite founder Tim Miller's gut feelings.
I was not very optimistic this child was ever going to be found.
He said that became more clear following conversations with the boy's father's girlfriend, Teresa Balboa, who was charged today in connection with the case following last night's discovery of what's believed to be little Samuel's body.
I told her, I said, I'm so damn disappointed in you. I said, you know what, every word you said in there is a lie. And that's when things started unraveling, I think.
Miller said it was difficult from the beginning, pinning down the last time family members saw Samuel.
The last person Sam was seen with was with Teresa Balboa,
including the boy's father and paternal grandmother, with whom we spoke yesterday, and who Miller was with following news that a body was found.
I was with that family until about 12:30 after midnight, and it was devastating being over there last night, seeing Dad going through all the pain and grief and everything he was going through. And
Miller has his own theories about what happened to Samuel and believes the investigation is far from over. There was an ongoing custody dispute between Samuel's mother and father, and his father actually had a restraining order against Teresa Balboa, the woman now charged in connection to the case. Certainly just, as I mentioned, a complicated situation and a very sad and tragic ending for this little young man. Back to you.
Yeah, so many confusing details here, but just a heartbreaking situation.
Okay. So I've got another article. It may be in this article. Let me get out of the full screen here on that. Anyways, do you know who called in the tip to Crime Stoppers? The person, excuse me, make sure I'm unmuted. Okay. The person that gave Teresa a ride to the motel is the one that called Crime Stoppers. Here's what happened. She called a male friend for a ride. He took her by a storage unit. She picked up a tote, took with him. The tote smelled. He dropped her off at the motel, and the next day he called Crime Stoppers and told them where she was at and told them about the tote and stuff. That's how they found their way to the motel. I'm still on the fence. I feel like numerous people failed this baby. Yeah. I was going to read April's other comment. So April said that she had told him that he had COVID. Okay. And so she was keeping him quarantined. Hey, Real Deal, saying hello. Just started watching your channel. Well, welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. I'm not professional now. I get all mixed up sometimes, but I try. Okay, let me go scroll this article. There's something. Okay. So the mother, Sarah Olson, Sam's mother, she says, "All I want is justice for Samuel, my baby." His mother, Sarah Olson, said in a statement through her lawyer, "I do not want people to forget Samuel's name. Please let the outside world know that I am heartbroken, but I believe the body is my baby." Well, we're not going to let nobody forget about him, that's for sure. I need to go back and find my other article here. Let's look at her previous mugshots. Let me get them pulled up here. She's smiling in one of them. I still just don't understand, though. Okay, she told him he had COVID, but what was she doing keeping him to begin with? This woman's a nut. She tried to, according to Dalton, she tried to choke him. Where's all my pictures at here? Oh, I may have to open up the Twitter link. That's all right. We'll look at her mugshots. She's been cuffed and stuff before. I mean, you know, if she'll choke one person, she'll choke another person. I get mad as hell at my hubby, Mark. I get mad as hell. I don't put my hands on him. I just, you know, I'm trying to choke him. Lord have mercy. Look at her mugshots. Look, she's smiling in that one. Her appearance looks different, doesn't it? Of course, she's aged, you know. These are older mugshots, but looks like there's some drug use going on. Now, I've tried not to be judgmental, but I'm sorry. I kind of feel sorry for Dalton. I kind of think, like, is he involved? You know, I'm going to hold off feeling too sorry for him right now. I know that sounds mean, but I'm going to hold off on it for a bit. Okay. Because I just don't know why this child was with her. Same damn situation with Cash Gernon's case. He should have never been in that damn house. She might have gave him a place to sleep and all this and that, but there's drug use going on in that house. Maybe it's this article I was reading about the Crime Stoppers. Hey, you should have, ever who drove her to that motel and them knowing what was going on, should have drove her to the damn police station, tote in tow. I mean, if you pick up somebody, friend or not, and give them a ride and they're like, "Oh, I want to drop by the storage unit," and there's like a missing persons or a child, and they pick up a tote and it smells ungodly, you should drive them to the police station. I'm trying to get these ads down, guys. Oh, it's trying to play a damn video on me. Oh, I got it muted. Okay. We're going to read this whole article, because I think this is the one. I got it screen shared. Okay. Teresa Balboa, the girlfriend of Samuel Olson's father, has been charged with tampering with evidence after a body believed to be the missing 5-year-old boy was found in a motel room in Jasper, Texas. And you know what, guys? This past weekend, I believe it's this past weekend, was its little birthday. Turned 6 years old. According to court records obtained by ABC 13 on Wednesday, Balboa made up a story about having to give Sam over to his biological mom before she left town. "I was going to take Sam to school when his mother showed up with the police officer, or who I was under the impression to be a police officer, and they demanded me to release Sam," explained Balboa on Monday. At the time, Balboa said she handed the young boy to the mom because the parents are in a custody battle. However, HPD Assistant Chief of Criminal Investigations Command, Heather Morse, said during the investigation they were provided evidence that Samuel's mom was at her own home the morning of May 27th. In fact, Samuel may have gone missing weeks ago. On Monday, Balboa said she last saw Sam last Thursday morning in the 8800 block of McAvoy Drive in southwest Houston at his paternal grandmother's house. Balboa was then seen at a search for the child in the Webster area. New details obtained by Eyewitness News from court records state that she participated in the search. She took off and drove to Cleveland, Texas to meet a male friend. Okay. The two then drove back to Webster to a storage unit where they picked up a black and yellow plastic container that had a foul odor, according to the documents. The male friend then drove Balboa to a Best Western motel about 2 hours northeast of Houston and loaded the truck and left her there. Records state the next day he called police to report Balboa's location. The tip led police to the discovery of the body Tuesday night. When officers arrived, they found the container, which crime scene investigators took photos of later. Inside, an officer found what appeared to be a child's body wrapped with plastic bags and secured with duct tape. Video from overnight shows investigators going in and out of the Jasper Motel room wearing protective clothing. Okay, so let's say that that's true. She told them that the kid had COVID and she was quarantining him. Didn't nobody ask to speak to him on the phone or want a video chat with him? Like, I got lots of questions. I'm just finding that so freaking weird. Moore said Jasper police contacted Balboa at the motel and eventually discovered the body of a young child. Balboa was taken into custody and is now in the Jasper County Jail. Look at you. Look, they got her in a turtle suit. We call them turtle suits here because they're green. And they put you in these right here when you're on suicide watch or you're threatening to harm yourself. Yeah, you don't get a blanket. You don't get crap. They put you in the turtle suit and put you in isolation. On Wednesday evening, the attorney representing Sam's biological mother, Sarah Olson, issued a statement to the media saying she's completely heartbroken and feels Sam's father, Dalton Olson, and Balboa are 100% responsible. She feels that if Samuel is deceased and that this is her child after the identification process, she feels 100% of the blame is both Dalton and Teresa, said attorney Marco Gonzalez. Gonzalez said Sarah hasn't seen Sam's body yet. The mother isn't speaking with the media and wishes to only speak with family and her attorney. There's her attorney. We should listen to him. Houston Police Chief Troy Benner said Tuesday night that the discovery of the body confirmed the worst fears for the young boy. I asked the entire Houston community to join the Houston PD in sending prayers for Samuel and his family, Benner tweeted. While HPD believes the body belongs to Samuel, medical examiners will determine whether it is indeed the missing boy. Officials with Houston PD also confirmed that prior to Tuesday's discovery, Balboa was out on bond for assault with intent and petting breath for a November 2020 case where the complainant was Samuel's father. The little boy's 6th birthday was over the weekend. Balboa reported Samuel missing on May 27th. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my calendar off the wall. Let's get the chicken calendar down here. Oh, crap. I missed my makeup. Okay. Go back to me here. What day was that? Last Thursday? Okay, let me tell you what she done. Okay, so Sam was already dead. This is my opinion. His birthday was over the weekend. People was going to be wanting to talk to him on the phone and wish him happy birthday, such as the grandmother, Tanya Olson, and maybe the dad and stuff. They'd be wanting to talk to him on the phone, tell him happy birthday, video chat with him, so she had to report him missing. He was already dead. Okay, let me put this back up. Same thing those weirdos did with Orrin and Orson West in California. Christmas was coming up. Kids was already dead. People was going to be wanting to see them, wish them Merry Christmas, bring them presents, so they had to report them missing. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see what else it says. Authorities said Balboa had been talking to investigators, speaking with them multiple times after finding inconsistencies in her statements. Missing person investigators consulted the homicide division. On Monday, a search warrant was executed for a residence in the 1500 block of Gulf Freeway, where Balboa lives. Along with collecting evidence, a 2012 Dodge Avenger was towed from the location to be searched and analyzed. Moore said the vehicle Balboa primarily drove. It's the vehicle she primarily drove. A motive is unclear at this time, but police said if the body is Sam's, they are unable to say how long he has been dead. Let me X out of my Discord so I quit making noises. Oh my goodness. This bitch. This evil bitch. I wonder how she killed him. I bet she strangled him. Here's what these weirdos do, guys. They will abuse kids behind your back. And they will abuse them so that you don't know it, these little kids. Maybe put their hands over their mouths, stop them from breathing, pinch them, mentally abuse them. She was not good to this kid. They can say what they want. She had probably been abusing him the whole time behind their back because she's jealous of the mother and resents the child over it. Now, does this weirdo have any kids? I wonder. Okay, so authorities are now working to get Balboa returned to Harris County. Well, that won't be hard. The case will be presented to Harris County District Attorney's Office to determine if there will be more charges. The investigation into Sam's disappearance took a troubling turn when it was discovered that he hadn't been seen at Cy-Fair ISD's Holbrook Elementary School since April 30th, several weeks before he was reported missing. In terms of the custody issues between the boy's parents, Child Protective Services said it was not involved in their case, adding that they were not working with the family when Sam disappeared. Well, they should have been. Samuel Olson's death is devastating, and CPS will continue to work alongside law enforcement as needed, CPS said in a statement to ABC 13. Okay, is that the end of that one? Yeah. Oh, right here's a timeline. Do we need to look at the timeline? Let's look at this, see what this says. Where's that Google thing? We'll mute it till the ad gets done here. I hate stinking ads, y'all. Oh, it's so annoying when you're trying to read true crime. I know they gotta make money, but crap. They go overboard with them. Oh, gosh, this is the longest video ever. Ad. We don't need a med spa. Goodness gracious. Ah. My mouse is froze.
His birthday Saturday should have been the happiest day of his life.
Samuel Olson had not been to school in almost a month. Friday, April 30th, that's the last time he was in attendance at Holbrook Elementary School. That weekend of May 1st and the 2nd, his grandmother says he was with her. She snapped this photo of him on May 1st at a birthday party.
May 2nd is the last time I physically had my hands on Sam.
The gap between May 2nd and now is the unknown.
News is getting a big bang.
May 27th, Samuel is reported missing. Teresa Balboa, his father's girlfriend, tells authorities his mother showed up with an officer to take Samuel.
She just pointed and said, "That's my son." She took him. "Give me my son back."
Monday, May 31st. The search intensifies. Texas EquiSearch begins searching fields for Samuel Olson. His father is seen breaking down. So is Balboa.
We just want him back.
That same evening, police search a home that belongs to a friend of Balboa. It's where they believe Samuel last was, but it's not clear when. Tuesday, June 1st, a child's body believed to be Samuel Olson is found in a room at the Best Western in Jasper. Police say the body was in a tote.
It's just an absolute tragic event.
Today, June 2nd, Teresa Balboa charged in connection to the case. I'm Svania Coley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News. What happened to...
Guys, this is so heartbreaking. I did feel bad for the dad when I saw him crying there. But I didn't see her crying. I didn't see no tears coming from her eyes. Let me tell you something. A lot of times, these weirdos will speak to the media. They will speak to cops. They will participate in the searches because they're trying to find out what cops knows. And they're trying to keep them away from wherever the body's at. How could the grandmother not know that Sam wasn't in school for 30 days? Doesn't that school call the parents? I know, like, what is up with that? Unless they were letting Teresa, well, of course they were, letting her take care of Sam. And maybe they went to the school and signed some papers, because you can do that. Sign some papers is like, hey, she's got permission to pick him up from school and take him to school, and you can call her if there's anything wrong. Maybe they did something like that. I don't know. Oh, that old four-eyed bitch, I'd like to knock her glasses off her face. There's nothing wrong with wearing glasses. I just wanted to say that about her. I wear glasses to read with. Crocodile tears. I didn't see not one tear, Lisa Irwin, did you? Not one tear. I knew there was something wrong with this story. And when I first read about it, I thought, well, if the mom really did do this, she's not going to hurt Sam then. They'll probably just, they'll find him and they'll arrest her, But no. Nope, it wasn't even the truth. Didn't she know that they would be able to tell where the mom was? Everybody has a cell phone. The mom was at home the whole time. Yes, most killers do speak to the media. Gosh, I was just watching this case a while back. I cannot think of the name. But the man's pregnant fiance disappeared. And it was a chubby guy. Anyways, her parents knew that he was a prime suspect, and they still had to do a news conference with him and let on like they didn't know nothing. And here he was hugging her parents and holding their hand, and he was crying in front of the cameras. And after the news conference, his ass was cuffed and stuffed, and they found her body like in another state away, buried on some property his family owned. Samuel was going to school. His mom put him in, and then they switched him a couple months later. I'm guessing because of COVID, it was easier with kids not being in school physically. Yeah. I want to know why the mom hadn't seen him since January 2020. Someone said that they kept him from her. They can't legally do that if they have a custody agreement. If something like that happens, you should take them back to court. So you can go to court and say the custodial parent didn't answer the school for so many hours. I volunteered to do that for years, CC. Make the calls. It looks like ever who had custody of him, the school would have called if he didn't show up for school. I wonder when school ended there, though. Because, like, Timothy is done out for summer break here. Hey, Addie, Alexander. Yeah, that's the way they do here. If Timothy doesn't go to school, they call. I don't know. I just know that he should have never been in that bitch's care. But prayers for the family. And I hope and pray Dalton's not involved. Right now, I actually don't think that he is. But he should have never left him with her. I can't help the way I feel. It's the way I feel about it, but I will pray for him. Oh, I saw something sad. Young bird dies at zoo after swallowing vape pen. People are so freaking irresponsible. Oh, let me see what else I got on Sam before we watch the police shootout. Let me get in my private room here. Oh, she's on suicide watch. I wonder if she threatened... Well, I guess she's on suicide watch. She's got a turtle suit on. I'm wondering if she threatened to harm herself or something. I think that's it I have on them this morning. That's all the info I had this morning. There is another baby that's missing. Another parent saying that CPS took the baby But guess what? CPS does not have this little, let me see how old it is. 3-month-old baby, Angel Nicole Overstreet. A West Virginia, Kentucky man says he gave the missing baby to social workers, but police say they have no record of that. We'll read this before we talk about the police shootout. And then there was another sad case where a 13-year-old girl wrote her principal a letter and told her principal that her dad was raping her. He was doing things to her that could get her pregnant and that her mom didn't know. Yeah, I think that happened in Georgia. Okay, here's the little baby. Bless her sweet bones. Okay, Shannon Overstreet, 38, is the dad of 3-month-old Angel Nicole Overstreet. According to police, the newborn has not been seen since May 8th. Authorities arrested Overstreet on Monday for felony malicious wounding and a battery charge, stemming from a previous unrelated incident. So he's violent. He's killed this baby. I hate to say it, but it's the truth, more than likely. While questioned Overstreet about his daughter, he claimed he turned the baby over to Child Protective Services. Huntington Police Chief Ray Cornwell said during a Monday press conference that social services said the baby wasn't in their custody. Mr. Overstreet was located here in Huntington and came to police headquarters here on May 24th. Cornwell said he had stated to CPS previously and to our detective that he had relinquished custody of the child 2 weeks prior to CPS from West Virginia. Child Protective Services from West Virginia has no knowledge or record of any transfer of custody of this child. I'd say he killed her. CPS reported Angel missing on Monday after investigating a custody battle involving Overstreet in Kentucky. Cell phone records indicate that Overstreet's last known custody time with the baby was in early May. So what was he doing with her? Didn't he give her back to the mom? Detectives executed search warrants for Overstreet's vehicle, his mother's home in Huntington, West Virginia, and his residence in Kentucky. Investigators are in contact with the infant's mother, who is not considered a suspect in her child's disappearance. Angel, described as a white infant, blue eyes, and dark red hair. She has a strawberry-shaped birthmark on the back of her neck. Meanwhile, Overstreet remains behind bars at the Western Regional Jail on a $100,000 cash bond. Police didn't call Overstreet a suspect in the infant's disappearance, but added that they were extremely worried for her safety. Now, you know good and well, sure as I'm sitting here, he's their damn number one suspect. I used to have a strawberry-shaped birthmark on my foot, and it was red, and it like faded as I got older. I think they call it a strawberry birthmark. Prayers for this baby. I hope that he gave the baby to someone else and that she's safe. Hell, he could have sold her or anything. But I got a feeling he killed her. More than likely, he killed her because he is a violent piece of shit. Now, let me look at the chat a minute. Oh, these people kill me, y'all. So Salty T, I wonder, didn't he look inside the bin? A news report said a guy picked her up, helped her load the black bin, took her to the hotel, loaded the bin in the room. Yes, we read about that, Salty T. Yeah, he should have called the police immediately. He should have drove her to the police station. I mean, you pick up somebody and, they're involved in a missing persons investigation. A child that was in their care is missing, and they pick up a tote from a storage unit and it smells? Right there, red flag. He shouldn't have drove her to the motel. He should have drove her to the damn police station. What could she have done about it? Nothing. She couldn't go nowhere. Ignorance to the crime doesn't make you innocent. Yeah, hey, little Kelly. Yeah, no, what they failed to say was he helped non-suspect in a crime. Oh, yeah. Hey, Erica. Erica was just reading about This West Virginia baby missing. Okay. So prayers. I hope they find little Angel, but I got a feeling he done something bad to her. Now, let me show y'all one more thing before we get to the body cam footage of the kids shooting it out with the police. I'm going to show y'all this weirdo's picture. He's from Georgia. He's been raping his daughter. 13 years old. She wrote a letter to the principal. Thank God she did. Look at him. Look at that beard. Does he not know what a pair of scissors are? Oh, ugly, nasty looking thing. A Rome man was held without bond after he was arrested on felony child molestation charges, according to a Floyd County Police Department incident report. On May 3rd, 2021, Floyd County Police investigator Amy Nails was directed by Floyd County Police CID Captain Lom to meet with a representative from DFACS at Coosa High School in regards to possible sexual abuse. According to the report, the investigators met with the principal and a school counselor. The principal advised he received a handwritten letter from a 13-year-old victim, stating the reason for her emotion was due to her dad is jealous because he does things a dad shouldn't do. The letter went on to read that he is doing things that could make me pregnant, and my mom doesn't know. After receiving the letter, the principal followed the appropriate procedure to notify law enforcement of the reported sexual abuse. During a preliminary examination at Floyd Medical Center, the victim disclosed recent sexual abuse to her nursing staff. According to the report, the 13-year-old victim disclosed graphic details about the abuse to the Northwest Georgia Sexual Assault Center nurse. Mark Vince Sollings, 50, of Rome, was arrested at the Economy Inn on Martha Burry Boulevard, charged with felony statutory rape, sexual battery, and child molestation. What? Felony statutory rape? It's felony freaking rape. It's not no statutory. What in the hell? Is that the end of it? Look at him. What is he smiling about? You just got arrested for raping your 13-year-old daughter, and you got this smirk? I guess it's a smirk. Looks like he don't have no teeth and no dentures, what it looks like to me. Piece of shit. I hope he rots in hell. See, a lot of kids, when they're being abused, they can't, for some reason, they just can't tell their parents. Thank God she reached out to someone else. A brave little girl. Yeah, he looks like a straight-ass weirdo. Hey, Michelle P. He's a piece of shit. I hope he gets what's coming to him. Yeah, they need to yank him by that old nasty beard and that old long hair and drag his ass to the toilet and drown him in it. I shouldn't say things like that, but just think about what this little girl is going to live with the rest of her life. And thank God he did not get her pregnant. I just don't understand this statutory rape stuff. I thought statutory rape was like, let's say an 18-year-old is having sex with a 16-year-old. And it's consensual. She wants to do it or whatever. I thought that's statutory rape. Come on now. Another one bites the dust. I know it. I know. They should take all these weirdos like this, put them on an island that doesn't have fresh water or food. Just let them fend for themselves. Just let them start killing each other and eating each other. That's probably what the weirdos would do. They need to bring back public stoning of people like this. Bury them in the ground. Let the whole community just have their heads sticking up out of the ground. Have the whole community come and stone them. I know that's brutal, but look what they do to these children, guys. Look what this little girl's going to have to live with the rest of her life. Sick son of a bitch. I don't think the parents are together, so every time she was probably going on visitation, he was raping her. I'm going to have to look up, statutory rape in Georgia. That don't make sense to me. course, I'm not a professional, but I always just thought statutory rape was like, an 18-year-old having consensual sex with a 17-year-old or something. That's what I thought that was. I'm trying to get this video put up here while I'm talking. Okay, we got an ad. We're going to watch some kids shoot it out with the police. The kids are okay, I reckon. I think one of them was shot. These kids have a history, of getting into trouble, and they had escaped from a group home. Went in this guy's house, and he had all kinds of guns. So they started shooting it out with police. What it was, the homeowner come home, and I think some of the windows was broke, so he knew someone was in there. So he called police, and he told the police, like, hey, someone's inside my house. They broke in while I was at the grocery store, and I've got guns in there. I've got an AR-15. I've got shotguns. I've got 200 things of ammo. Okay, let me screen share. I can't believe this, and let me take his comment down. One of the kids must have been playing video games, Grand Theft Auto. A lot of these kids don't understand, like, hey, these video games you play, they're just video games. It's just pretend. You can't do things like that in the real world. I've always talked to my son about things like that. Timothy really don't play violent games. He's got, like, his pirate game he plays, and Fortnite. I mean, you gotta kill things in Fortnite, but it's nothing bad. Okay, let's watch this. Where is...
Damn.
Hold on.
Alright, Central, they located the gun, shots fired. You get hard cover. Hard cover. Alright, let's shut down Lake Helen or Enterprise Osteen, please. So let's block that off. Everybody make sure you have hard cover. Sergeant Maxwell. Stand by. Stand by. Appears the female has a long gun pointed toward me. I have to hold my cover. Stand by. It's either a shotgun or a long gun. Female has it in her hand. Juvenile male looks like he has something in his hand as well. They're at the back sliding glass door on my side, which would be facing the 3.
12 and 14 years old.
Shooting out the rear window toward my direction. Stand by. It's coming toward my way. Coming out the 3 side towards the central. Stand by. They're trying to come out the back door. I'm going to stand by.
They're charged with attempted murder of police officers.
Okay. No weapons in their hand. They just busted out the window in the back. Stand by. Female has a shotgun in her hand. Stand by. Put the gun down now! Hey guys, just hold behind hard cover. Let's not shoot these kids, man. Let's just hold it up. Take our time. 10-4, they're shooting at me. Hold the air. I'm code 4. She's re-racking around inside the shotgun. Alright, let's not engage them anymore. Let's not challenge them. Just hold behind hard cover. We're just going to hang out here. Unless they come out and they're going to be compliant, let's not go ahead and try to escalate this any further, guys. Everybody stand by. WC4, she's racked around the shotgun. The window is busted out on the patio side. So if she comes out, she's going to have the firearm. Okay, well then you challenge her. But let's hold behind hard cover and let's try to do everything we can to try to prevent these. Central, you reading? Juvenile male has a firearm in his hand. Juvenile female is at the 1-2 side corner. I'm not sure if they're going to come to the front door or not. Stand by. Don't let me do this. Don't do this.
God love his heart.
They look like they're going to try to come out in a little challenge. Come your hands now! Do not approach that door. She's got a shotgun pointed at that door inside on entry. Just so I'm clear for everybody, nobody should be approaching anything. Female's got a light on, appears possibly a bathroom toward the one side of the house. Both juveniles are still in view. Who's with you? Stand by. Shots fired at me again. Juvenile male fired that round. Yeah, bring him up here. Okay. Stand by. She's got the AK and the shotgun. She's wrapping around the top of her neck. Shot fired! God damn it! Shots fired again. Female now has a pistol. Juvenile male has a long gun, so does the female. Stand by.
She's pointing the gun. Pointing the gun behind the trash can. Behind the trash can.
Where?
You guys be careful of your pole mark. She's out there by you guys.
Oh, she's outside now? Oh my God, look at the cops firing.
Central, shots fired, Elio, shots fired.
The boys out, he's retreating inside!
Everybody stand by, stand by.
She's down behind the garbage can.
He's right there.
Alright guys, let's just chill. Everybody hold up. Take a break. Billy, get back. Come on.
I think the female's down.
Stand by, where's the little boy? The boy went back inside.
Come on out!
Inside.
Come on out! Come out! Okay!
The boy's throwing guns. Stand by.
Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Sawicki, calling to you. The female's on the ground behind the car.
She's shot. She's right there, I think. They got it right here.
Omar, I got the shield back when you're ready.
The female's on the ground there.
Hey, let's get him secure, get a status on her. Get him secure. We still got movement, hey. We got movement.
Calling back towards you.
There, one female still slightly moving.
That little boy's a diabetic.
Bello, get him secure. Let's start getting up on her. Get a shield. Let's go up. We gotta get some rescue up here, guys. Once he's secure.
Alright, stand by. Advise we need secure.
Rescue, we need rescue. Central, go ahead and start. Have start staging
Is
in
he
the
secure?
driveway.
Start moving up.
Rescue will come up when she's secure. Is
Light
she
her up.
secure?
With a light.
No, but I don't know if I ever asked him to stage.
You got eyes on
Alright,
her?
well, let's worry about getting her secure. Rescue's right here in the community center. I had them.
Get your hands up!
Stop talking. 10-3, 10-3, 10-3.
Okay. Get up on her. Get up on her. Get up on her. Gray, you get that rifle.
Don't reach towards that gun.
Step on that rifle. Step on that shotgun.
Roll over the house. We need some coverage on the house.
Clear her. Get gloves on.
Damn, that was intense, guys. That was intense watching that. Can you believe a 12 and 14-year-old had a shootout with the damn police? Now, the little girl, yeah, she was shot, but she's alive. She's alive. But here's the thing. I mean, okay, they should have never broke in that house, right? But I just feel like guns should be locked up. I know you should be able to lay out what you want in your house, but you never know when some weirdo might break in. And that's what happened. They broke into this house and they had access to an AR and a shotgun and a pistol and over 200 rounds of ammunition. Oh, of course they shouldn't have broke into that man's house. You should be able to leave your stuff out if you want to, but you can't this day and time. I don't know where the parents are. These kids escaped from a group home. Yeah, they ran away from a group home. Let me fix my chat here. I've got it all messed up. Yeah, they escaped from a group home and they went in this house and they busted up the house with baseball bats, destroyed the man's living room, knocked a bunch of stuff off of in the bathroom. It's what it was. This man and his two daughters were going to the grocery store when the two kids broke in his house. And he had another daughter, a 21-year-old, but thank God she wasn't home at the time either. She was out of town with some friends. But these kids have a history of being violent. I should have wrote down what it was saying on the news this morning. I guess I can go back and read it. They had a history of being violent. I guess that's why they were in group homes. Let me see. Let me go look and see if there's any update. Kids have shootout with police. Let me get my mic cord out of the way. Let's see what we can find, see if they've updated. Pair flees juvenile home involved in shootout with police. Okay, let's click on this. One day ago. 2 kids ran away from Florida juvenile home, broke into house, and opened fire on deputies. Oh, this has the body cam footage too. A 14-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy fled from a Florida juvenile home, broke into a house where they found a small arsenal, a shotgun, an AK-47, and plenty of ammunition. When confronted by sheriff's deputies, the pair opened fire, sparking a gun battle. The gunfire ceased only after deputies wounded the girl, who was in critical but stable condition Wednesday, a day after the violence unfolded near Deltona, about 30 miles northeast of Orlando. The boy then surrendered. And it said he was like a bad diabetic that took insulin. The juveniles fired at deputies from the house multiple times over 45 minutes. A visibly angry Sheriff Mike Chitwood told a news conference Tuesday evening. They were traversing the length of the house and opening fire on deputies from different angles, Chitwood said. They were out on the pool deck. They shot from the bedroom window. They shot from the garage door. Deputies tried to calm the situation and eventually returned fire. The sheriff said it was unlike anything he had seen in his 35 years in policing. Excuse me. Deputies did everything they could tonight to de-escalate, and they almost lost their lives to a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old, the sheriff said. If it wasn't for their training and their supervision, somebody would have ended up dead. This one says charges are pending against both juveniles. The sheriff's office released their names, but the Associated Press is not using the names because of their age. Now, I read this morning that they are being charged with attempted, what is that called? Attempted homicide on a police officer. That's what they're being charged with. Okay, let's see what it says about this juvenile home. Okay, the deputies involved were put on administrative leave pending a review. They didn't do anything wrong. Staff members at the juvenile home in Deltona reported the pair missing, telling authorities the boy is a diabetic, needed insulin every 4 hours. They said the girl hit a staff member with a stick before running away. As deputies were searching the area around 7:30 p.m., a passerby flagged them down and reported hearing glass breaking at a nearby house. Deputies saw the pair inside the home, contacted its owner, who said no one was supposed to be at the home. The owner also advised authorities that guns and 200 rounds of ammunition were inside the home, which the juveniles ransacked, Chitwood said. Okay, deputies surrounded the house, began talking to the pair. At one point, Chitwood said a deputy went close enough to the home to toss a cell phone inside to try to talk to them. The girl eventually came out of the garage with a shotgun and pointed it at deputies. They repeatedly asked her to drop the weapon, Chitwood said. She walked back into the garage. She comes back a second time, and that's when deputies open fire. She takes multiple rounds, Chitwood said. Chitwood said the 12-year-old boy had told investigators that they had planned to roll like it's Grand Theft Auto, referring to the video game series Grand Theft Auto. The often violent video game series tracks characters as they rise through the criminal underworld. Yeah, you kill people and take their cars and stuff in it. In Bodycam video released Wednesday, a deputy can be seen yelling, "Put the gun down," as shots are fired at him repeatedly while he takes cover behind a tree in the yard. I felt so bad for him. Okay. Chitwood said the girl had been in trouble various times over the past year. She was accused of stealing puppies and was put in a halfway home. He said she sets fires on a half a dozen vacant lots where the flames came close to homes earlier this year and was sent back to Volusia County. He also cited history of problems at the juvenile home. The pair fled. The Associated Press left a message seeking comment at the juvenile home. So she's a firebug. I wonder how long they'll be put behind bars. They'll probably be put in what? Juvenile detention center? Probably until they're 21, maybe older. Hey, they're in some serious, serious trouble. You cannot shoot at police officers. They're trying to go out in a damn blaze of glory or something. Lord have mercy. What has gotten wrong with people? There's like a lot of crime in Florida. I know there's crime everywhere. But we read about a lot of crime from Florida, don't we? What school taught children to use weapons? Hey, they learned it from that Grand Theft Auto. Exactly. The homeowner should not have had his guns lying around. No, well, Carolina girl, that's what I think too. That's my opinion. I mean, if you're going to own guns, you should be a responsible gun owner. I know a lot of people think, well, you should be able to leave something out in your house. Well, I guess that's true, but like with guns and stuff, they need to be locked up because, you know, little kids can get a hold of them. Weirdos can break in your house and get a hold of them while you're gone. Crazy to think they are 13 and 14. You want to hear something crazy I saw on the news this morning? A little 9-year-old girl took her baby sister on a car ride. Said they were going to California to the beach and they hit a semi-truck. Thank God they weren't injured or killed. It was banged up a little bit. Said they was going to California to the beach. What's racist about saying schools in Israel? Oh, probably nothing. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa. They taught them in Israel and teachers have guns in schools there. Nothing about race. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true over there in those countries, yeah. A lot of times over in those countries, boys, when they're 12 years old, they're put into those militias and trained to use guns and trained to kill and everything. These kids, is what I'm saying, is probably learned how to load a gun from Grand Theft Auto. Maybe. They could have learned it from their original homes before they got put there. Before they got put in the juvenile place. Who knows? It's just not safe to leave weapons laying out. They should have never been in that guy's house to begin with, right? But I just think if you're going to own guns, you should lock them up. That's just me. You can get, if you don't want a gun safe, you can get these things where you can, like, lock them to, like you got one of those good wooden gun holder things. They got, like, this little chain thing. You can't cut through it or nothing where you can, like, wrap around it and lock them up. I don't really agree with the games turning kids into killers. You know, a lot of people say that, like, I think a lot of it is the games, but it's also got to do with parents not talking to their kids. Timothy has always loved to play video games. His dad gave him Grand Theft Auto, and as soon as he came home from that visit, it was in his backpack. We saw it. It got took out. But anyways, a lot of people don't talk to their kids. A lot of kids don't understand. It's just pretend. You can't really do these things in real life. I talked to Timothy. He's like, yeah, Mom, duh, I know. But not all kids are like that. Like those little girls that believed in Slender Man that stabbed their friend. Thank God they didn't kill her. They stabbed her a bunch of times to please a fictional character. Slender Man. Something on the internet. The 9 and 40. Let me see what RS said. Oh, I can't find her other comment. The 9 and 4-year-old were Mormons. Go figure, from Utah. Oh my gosh. I hate to say it. No offense, but it's that Mormon crap out there in Utah. It's the craziest crap I've ever heard in my life. I guess there's great Mormon people, but there's a lot of them that's, oh my gosh, bonkers. What makes y'all think they were just laying around? They could have been just stored in a closet. Well, I just mean laying around, not locked up. There's no way they could have got into a gun safe unless it was open or something. Even stored in the closet, you just can't do that. I mean, I guess you should be able to do that if you don't got small kids around and stuff. But this day and time, you just can't. It's not the homeowner's fault. It's not that they broke into his house. They didn't have no damn business doing that to begin with. I guess it's a little bit of everything combined. I don't know. I just don't like guns, guys. I know people's got the rights to have them, but because of my own traumas that I went through, I mean. Hey, I don't like them either, but you know what? If other people do, that's all right, Lisa Irwin. I don't mind, but I'm not big on guns. They say guns don't kill, people kill. I just like guns to be locked up, whether you got kids or not. But he didn't. I guess they was just laying around, maybe in the closet. Maybe he had them on a gun rack. Who knows? Nobody ever thinks, oh, somebody's going to break in my house and just start shooting out with the police, you know. I can't get to my gun in an emergency when they're locked up inside. Well, that's true, Cheryl. You sound like Mark, Cheryl. You sound like Mark. That's true. Hey, we all got opinions. I respect everybody's opinions, you know. We all got different opinions about guns. Like, everybody's got guns here. Everybody. Well, most people that hunt and stuff, they have guns. Yeah, they can like guns all they want. I have too many friends and relatives shot to death. Yeah. I think everyone has to realize that everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. Yeah, we all are. We got different opinions, but, hey, I still love y'all. It don't matter if we got different opinions. Good thing about all of us, we all respect one another. We all respect one another and their opinions and stuff, and I appreciate that. I'm behind in my chat, and I just saw April Gray's comment from earlier. That's one of the stories. Dalton has said to live with his father and girlfriend that are both high risk. I have so many emotions. I'm trying to keep an open mind. Yeah. I was way behind on the StreamYard side of the chat. Yeah, that story, I'm very conflicted about it. It's kind of like the Cash Gurning case, how I feel about it. Should have never been in the residence to begin with. Is what I think. But anywho, guys, I'm going to get off here. I got a stinking bug bite on my leg. I don't know where that came from. It's itching me to death. I'm going to have to go put me something on it. Oh, mosquitoes eat me up, guys. Anyways, guys, I may see y'all this evening for some coffee on the porch if everything's calm around here and I get a minute. I've got a lot to do. Before I went live, I realized Smokey had peed over there on my ring light. And it's sitting beside my entertainment center, so I couldn't see that he had done it. Anyways, you could tell it had dried on the floor overnight. I can't believe I didn't wake up to him spraying his water hose. Stinking little dog. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Thanks for chatting with me, and welcome to everybody that's new. Hey, if you're new to the channel, leave me a comment below. I love meeting people that, it's like new to the channel, or don't chat, or don't comment. I just find it cool. I always think, oh my God, just think about the people that watch me that I don't know. Which I don't get like a lot of views, usually maybe 300 at the most. Usually it's just about 125, but still, I like meeting new people. But anyways, guys, I will try to do a porch chat. I will make a community post if I get to do one, and I will put it in Discord. And if there's any updates about Sam's case, I will try to put up a video. Y'all remember his family and your thoughts and prayers. Even though we got some conflicted feelings right now, we still need to pray for Dalton and his mom and stuff. And Sam's mother, of course. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.